Breaking
which game are we
news!
describing?
Breaking news! Hideo Kojima pissed himself in court.
No.
I heard that Wushion does that too.
God,
Just like Metal
a
Gear
lot of
Solid
piss,
1, where
man.
Otacon pisses himself.
it's a. He did it again.
Fuck off.
Hideo Kojima making his games far too convoluted for anyone to understand.
I mean, this is a bit of a case closed, but we'll hear you out.
But you don't understand the intricacies of Jorking, the ghost in the grandma ghost in the trial. It's more likely than you think. There's so many grandmas to jork off.
Why there's so many ghost grandmas in this courtroom? Nightmare.
I don't know.
I'd like to
Well,
present
grandmas
about the
usually tend to
previous
die,
open
especially in
package.
courtrooms.
This is an open package of all of Kojima's games. And I am presenting them as evidence that they are way too complex. I feel the narrative has been completely lost.
All right, well, I immediately want to open up by calling to the stand the granny.
That's okay. That's not quite an opening statement, but I'll let it slide.
Because that's actually all we need. Because all we need to do is provide an example of at least one person who has understood all of Hideo Kojima's games, and that refutes the entire argument.
Nobody
I
can.
have a comment
All
here
a pensioner for it.
on the internet from Gamer Grandma 6969 420 Blazed X, who has played every single Hideo Kojima game. Is that true?
Birth.
It is me, Gamer Granny. Yes, it is all true.
What's your favorite Hideo Kojima game?
Zone of the Enders 2.
Ah, good choice, good choice, good choice. And it says here in this internet comment that you have played that game front to back. You have 3,000 hours on your Steam, which is amazing because I think that was a PS2 game. But just clearly,
I will
you've
have
been
you
playing
know
it a
it
lot.
was re-released upon the Steam client for you to play, and while it was shit to begin with, they came back later and made it much better.
See, this grandma knows
Friction.
everything.
I don't even know what an ender is.
Go ahead,
I'll
give us
show
all
you
the
one
lore.
after court, young man.
You
Look,
trusting
I'm
the judge
drinking
in
water.
their own court?
I'll do it again,
Oh,
bitch.
you an ender. And not only was this grandma clearly an expert, I here have evidence that they were invited. That she was invited to hang out with Hideo Kojima at a secret showing of his next game. What is that? What is that game?
I think I must have missed that invitation. I think I would have gone if I knew that.
Hideo Kojima gets ideas from Fortune Cookie confirmed.
Wow.
God damn it.
With these revelations, what do you have to say,
Sure.
prosecution?
Honor, I'd like to argue the credibility of this witness. We have here evidence of a faked passport. I do not believe this witness is the age they are describing. They
Oh,
falsified their age in their passport. They are actually a much younger man who is much more likely to have understood this. The typical granny would never be able to understand all of
would you like me
Hideo
to bring them
Kojima's
back
games.
to the stand?
I just
Okay.
looked to my right
know.
and
Yes, I
Hideo
would like
Kojima is
Granny.
staring at me.
You're accused of not actually being a granny. How do
What the
you
fuck?
how do you argue?
How the fuck do I argue on whether or not I'm a granny? Look at me. What the fuck are you talking about?
How many
I
grandchildren
have
do
this
you have?
false passport.
At least one.
You are not the age you're saying. You are only 26.
Maybe
What
maybe
the
she's
fuck?
a Benjamin Button.
Yeah, you ever thought about that? What the fuck? Man, if only you had played Metal Gear Solid, you would know it's all about genes.
Yeah, clones.
That's in genetics, you fuck.
Ripped
Let's
jeans.
see here. I also have this disposable cell phone from the witness. it is a much more modern cell phone. An old grandma would use a jitterbug cell phone with large buttons.
I think I've heard enough of this old lady.
What the fuck?
Time for your comments, defendant.
All right, you see, the prosecution asserts that this grandma is not old enough to be a grandma, but you see, I actually have evidence that grandma fucks though, because she gets plenty of love letters every day
Yeah,
from all of her suitors.
Are we able to see the dates on said letters?
Yes, actually. This one says it's from 1969. This one says it's from June 5th, 2026. It's from the future, actually. It's a letter she's gonna get. But I brought it back to the past.
That must be where she got the phone, yeah.
Yeah. You got the phone from the future, like when it's cheaper. Like it's a jitterbug, it's old, but it's actually new. It's from the future. So it's actually better. It's got like 556G wireless and 3,000 terabytes of storage.
Why do you know so much about this phone?
Well, you see, because if we just call the grandma back to the stand.
Why won't you fuckers just leave me alone?
Let me die in peace.
Fucking in Metal Gear Peace Walker, that is. Oh my god, I'm with the. Oh, I'm so knowledgeable about Metal Gear.
So this phone says you got a call from a certain Raiden Dirty.
Yeah.
Who is this Raiden Dirty?
A little pet, you see. A little sugar, my little sugar plum, you know. It's just. Yeah. Why? Like to join him.
It says here they replaced all of their organs and body with a cybernetic replacement body so that they could be a cyborg ninja. And they also replaced all their internal body fluids with this white liquid.
Yeah, that's my white liquid. I paid for it.
Supplied the fluids. Very generous.
Exactly. So,
Breaking news! Breaking news! Hideo Kojima pissed himself in court.
No!
I heard Ewushion does that too.
God,
Just like Metal Gear Solid 1 where Otacon pisses himself.
it's a... He did it again.
Fuck off.
We understood that reference. We all understood that reference. Clearly this means...
I clapped when I understood the reference! I clapped!
I think we've heard enough. I rest my case.
You just put the
Don't
used
fucking call me back up, I swear to God.
Get out of here, you derelict.
Like a Dalek.
Right.
You mentioned a futuristic phone.
Oh, wait.
I was the little girl. The memory of the
There we go.
past.
For a moment.
You mentioned a phone from the future. I want to present this damaged charger. A futuristic phone would be wireless charging only. No charger needed.
Oh, what, where they have to be on one of those things that looks like a hot plate? I never tried. Yeah, like I always thought they just looked like they would cook my phone.
Objection.
Oh, go on. I'll allow it.
I was hoping to think of something to say while I was objecting.
As you were saying, prosecution.
Yes. So the phone that was presented was a fake. And the love letters were fake as well.
The love
Objection.
letters
You
were
presented that phone.
fake? You did!
I
Holy
didn't present
shit!
that phone.
So you
I
admit
presented
the
a
evidence.
falsified
Disposable cell
evidence?
phone.
Not a futuristic phone.
So far I'm thinking Granny does really just understand Hideo.
What does that say about it?
Okay.
That's easy.
I am presenting these 3D cardboard glasses that you slip the phone into.
Why
That
do
is
they say
outdated
chess
technology.
glasses?
That is not new technology. This phone is not futuristic. It is a current day phone.
Yeah, it has 3D though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
3D is
It's
so
cool.
modern.
Yeah, it's very
Twisting
off
the facts. It is not futuristic.
Yeah, honestly, if it's 3D, that does sound old.
3D is old at this point. I would also like to call my
Oh,
witness.
You have more?
Little
You want your
girl.
witness?
Yeah. Little girl who is
A child.
Who is called to help with all technology issues.
That explains why she's crying
Granny
already.
kept asking you to help with the phone, didn't she?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I got breaking news.
When you were
Breaking news. Old lady witness committed to insane asylum.
There's no
It's my
way.
granny.
That sounds like someone that would like Kojima games, so I think,
Exactly.
at least to me, that just kind of reinforces it. But we'll hear what the child has to say. Sorry, I shouldn't pelt children. I forget.
Oh, why? Why you hurt me?
They don't let me near schools anymore because of it.
is
know
this
you.
granny actually your
I've
granny?
seen you.
No! No, you can't. I'm wearing a wig. You can't tell who I am.
The judge is about to be convicted.
Your sins will follow you forever.
You were saying.
Stop hurting me. Stop throwing that on my goddamn pussy.
Prosecution, order in the court, please. Can we get the court back on track? What were your questions for your witness?
My questions for the witnesses: is this granny actually your granny?
Yes,
How old are you?
at least 7.
At least.
That's fair.
At
You don't know your own age.
I forget my birthdays.
A 7-year-old
We
should
don't
know their
celebrate
birthday and they
them.
should be excited for their birthday. I don't believe that this kid is actually the granny's
I get extra
grandchild.
beatings on my birthday. That's why I'm not excited for it. Does that make you happy? Is that what makes you happy?
I have more evidence. The evidence is a leaked document from the development of Death Stranding 2. There was a flat tire, meaning that Sam Porter Bridges has to walk all his packages on foot directly to the city. Oh, I ran out of evidence. Directly to the grandma at the insane asylum.
That's the DLC.
Because
That's the sequel.
DLC.
Grandma's featured. She must be a super fan then. Wow.
Yeah, you know, Death Stranding 1, Hideo Kojima kept scanning all the celebrities and like random people like Jeff
Mhm.
Keighley just because he could.
Grandma
That-
just
that
kept
is a very
running
random
in, finding her
person.
way inside to get scammed.
So then,
That's how
what
she ended
better?
up in the insane asylum.
Yes, you forget.
What better person to scan into the game than the biggest fan of Hideo Kojima games? Clearly. So that is irrefutable evidence that the grandma is the most knowledgeable of all Hideo Kojima games. I rest my case.
This is very compelling. Prosecution, I'll give you one more chance to argue your case.
Okay. So, the defense has just stated that the granny, who is the biggest fan, has been put into the latest version of Death Stranding 2, and basically has to be the packages have to be delivered to her. Judge, I argued that this storytelling is so convoluted. You have to know who the biggest fan is. It's not just a celebrity. There is so much lore within this that you have to understand. Why would this not be seen as overly complex and convoluted? I rest my case.
Well then, I think it's time to hear if the jury want to make votes, I guess.
Yeah.
I know my verdict, but of course, I am only the judge.
Not guilty.
Hey, let's go.
Let's go.
At
I
least
demand a
one
retrial.
person can understand the game.
Death Stranding 2 is saved.